Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Introduce me, I am Yasir Karim, the leader of Group 5. And Group 5 have Ikram, Muhaimin, Syam, Randi, Afriawan, Elsa, Nurul, Auliyah, Nurul, Fadhila, Alza, and the last, Kak Doni Muspira. Right now, I will give you explanation about compounding or compound versus press and types of compound. And first is what is compounding? And Nurul, the time is yours.
Compounding is the process of combining two words or free morpheme to create a new word or commonly known verb or adjective. Also called composition, it is from the Latin for put together. Compounds are written sometimes as one word sunglasses, sometimes as two hyphenate words or life-threatening, and sometimes as two separate words football stadium. Compounding is the most common type of word formation in English.
Next, we have the example about compounds, and Elsa will tell about that.
Example of noun compounds is greenhouse, bluebird, fire engine, and oil well. And example of verb compound is overlook, underestimate, dropkick, and breakdance. And then example of adjective compound is red hot, deep blue, sky blue, and nationwide.
Thanks, Elsa. Next is the time for me. I will give you explanation about compound versus press. Compound and press are one of an important branch of linguistics that deals with the scope of word formation. Compound versus press is the crucial point to recognize by learners who learn about linguistics and more deeply. Compounds are often said to have a name-giving function, to be representative of a category, and press are often argued to have a primarily description function, like the example, compound, greenhouse, press, greenhouse, but press, we have space in the middle. Compound are words which are formed by combining roots and the much smaller category of phrasal words. And next is type of compounds, and Alza will give you explanation.
I will tell you the types of compounds, and there are 9 types of compounds. They are compound adjective, compound adverb, compound noun, compound tense, compound verb, exocentric compound, rhyming compound, root compound, and synthetic compound. And the last type is suspended compound.
Thanks, Alza. Next, the time for Randi Afriawan.
Yes, thank you for the time. Okay, I want to explain the material. For the first, compound adjective. A compound adjective is formed when two or more adjectives are joined together to modify for example, is Daniel is a part-time worker. The second is compound adverb. Compound adverb is formed by an adverb being paired with noun, adjective, or verb. And for example, is it was decided early on to conserve water. The third is compound noun. Compound nouns are sometimes one word, like toothpaste, haircut, or bedroom. Sometimes compound nouns appear as two separate words. For example, full moon and swimming pool. And the fourth is compound tense. The compound tenses are a combination of present or past tense with continuous or perfect aspect. For example, I'm having dinner at the moment. I will call you back. The second, we were dancing around the living room and singing along. And for the last is compound verb. Compound verb is a verb that is made up of multiple words. The compound verb can take on such form, and for example is the first, A propositional verb, for example, believe in, ask for, and rely upon. The second, the phrasal verb, for example, is cheer up, take away, take down, and work on. The third is a verb with auxiliaries, for example, was swimming, will be considering, will meet, and are running. And for the last example is a compound single word verb. We can see the example is color code, double kick, wear away, and really on. Okay, and next for the next speaker.
Thanks, Randi, for the explanation. And next is Ikram Muhaimin Syam.
Exocentric compound is a compound contraction that lacks a head word. That is the contraction as a whole is not grammatically or semantically equivalent to either of its parts. Next, rhyming compound. Rhyming compound are two or more words that have the same or similar ending sound. Some examples of rhyming words are goat, boat, mode, and float. Example, the first car and bar rhyme, and the second hoist and mouse rhyme. Next, root compound and synthetic compound. A root compound is a compound contraction in which the head element is not derived from a verb, also called a primary compound or an analytic compound. Contrast with synthetic compound. Synthetic compound refers to substance that is man-made by synthesis rather than being produced by nature. Next, suspended compound. Suspended compound is a series of words formed from compound nouns or compound adjectives provided that they have the same meaning. Example, my brother and sister-in-law spend too much time at work. Thank you.
So that is from my team of Group 5 about compounding. And I want to say thank you because this is the last meeting. And see you, ma'am. Stay healthy. Thank you.
See you,
I wanna
ma'am.
say I love you.